Welcome to Essence Unleashed, the podcast by La Vostra Essenza.
It's great to be here.
Today, we are diving deep into a philosophy that's all about, well, relentless personal evolution. It's about getting past simple motivation and really into the mechanics of high performance.
That's right. Our mission today is to really analyze the foundational ideas behind Brendon Burchard's new program, Progress Mode.
And he's a big name, 3-time New York Times bestselling author, #1 high-performance coach in the world.
With 25 years of experience, yeah. And this new program, it's a huge shift for him. He's moving away from his previous 1,000+ episodes of short-form motivation.
Right, the motivation with Brendon Burchard stuff.
Exactly. This is different. It's a semi-weekly series, structured in seasons, and it's all about real long-form conversations. It's about helping you find your authentic path, not just a quick hit of energy.
So what's the core idea we're going to unpack, the main premise?
It all boils down to one fundamental choice, really. The idea is that in life, at any given moment, you're either in passive mode or you are in progress mode.
No middle ground.
No neutral. You're either drifting or you're growing.
Okay, that's an intense way to frame it.
Yeah.
Let's start with the one that sounds a little too familiar for most of us. What exactly is passive mode?
Passive mode is defined as the default state of drifting. It's when life is happening to you, not for you or because of you.
You're just a passenger.
Pretty much. You're
Right.
following the path of least resistance, not consciously designing your journey.
Right.
And the end result of that is always compromise. It's the slow erosion of your dreams until you just, settle.
And psychologically, what's behind that? Is it just laziness?
Not always. Often it's rooted in things like decision fatigue or even a deep fear of failure. It feels safer to just stand still than to risk taking a step in the wrong direction.
Okay, so then what's the alternative? What does it mean to be in progress mode?
Progress mode is the complete opposite. It's the state of conscious, active iteration. You are choosing, pushing, refining. You're constantly evolving.
So it's about flipping a switch in your brain.
It is. It's about toggling your mindset towards excellence and resilience,
Yeah.
especially when you're making those bold moves, chasing the big dreams, even when the timing feels off or the conditions aren't perfect.
It sounds like it's about consciously cultivating your own essence, in a way.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's about taking ownership of that story. Just like La Vostra Essenza products tell a story of elegance and identity.
I have to push back a little here, though. The way you describe it as this binary drifting or growing, what about rest? What about recovery? Isn't it sometimes productive to just stop?
That is a fantastic question and a critical distinction. True progress mode isn't defined by speed, but by intentionality.
Ah, okay.
So if you choose to take a day off to recharge because you know you have a huge project coming up, that rest is an active, conscious decision. It's serving your long-term progress.
I see. Passive mode is collapsing on the couch because you haven't made any choice at all, and then one day becomes a week, and your momentum is just gone.
So the key isn't about being busy, it's about being deliberate, even in the quiet moments. Precisely. The core belief is you are either designing your life or you are defaulting on it.
Which brings us to the next big piece of this, the internal switch. The idea that progress isn't about doing more, but deciding internally. How does that work?
It's a shift in your whole mental orientation. It's moving from hesitation to action. The framework really captures it in this simple change of language,
Which is?
moving from asking the question, should I, to making the statement, I will.
Should I is full of doubt.
Exactly. It's seeking permission. I will is an internal command. It's activating the choice to move forward no matter what anyone else thinks.
That sounds like it requires a lot of authenticity, a lot of vulnerability.
It does. And that's why the Progress Mode program is described as his most personal work yet. He shares these incredibly raw stories of his own struggles.
Why is that so important? Why the vulnerability?
Because if you pretend your own journey is effortless, you create a false narrative. Progress is messy. It's fueled by overcoming setbacks.
Can you give an example from the program?
Sure. He talks about moments of being totally stuck, undisciplined, completely broke. That struggle is what directly led to his book, Life's Golden Ticket.
Wow.
Or overcoming a major brain injury while in the middle of writing his book, The Charge. Think about that.
That's unbelievable.
And another one, a professional one, he gets this massive $2 million book deal. A dream come true, right?
Yeah, of course.
Only to have the publisher absolutely hate the first draft. They wanted to kill it. And he had to fight tooth and nail for his art, for his vision. That became the Motivation Manifesto.
So resilience isn't something you have, it's something you build.
It is built. It's forged in those moments.
Yeah.
Staying in progress mode means you keep going, even when no one believes in you, especially when no one believes in you.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second, though.
Hmm?
Is it really all internal? I mean, that framing seems to ignore systemic barriers, economic reality, the need for mentors.
And that's a fair critique. The philosophy doesn't deny that those external factors exist. Of course they do.
So how does it account for them?
It focuses exclusively on your locus of control. The one thing you can always control. External factors might change the speed or the difficulty of your journey, but they can't make the initial decision for you.
The decision to even start the journey.
The decision to say, I will, instead of should I. That part is always yours. The internal choice is the prerequisite for navigating all that external complexity.
Okay, that makes sense. So you flip the switch, you decide, I will, you accept that it's going to be hard. How do you actually make it stick? How do you anchor that decision?
That's where we get really practical. We shift from the mindset to the tools. And the number one tool is habits.
Simple, consistent habits.
The engine of progress mode. The internal decision is the ignition, but habits are what keep the car moving forward every single day.
There's a powerful realization you had that's mentioned that sometimes you go through hell only to realize the root cause wasn't your motivation, it was just your habits.
Yes, a profound insight. And we're not talking about just adding more to your to-do list.
Right. It's not about being a productivity machine.
Not at all. It's about habits of focus. Consistently choosing to work on the one thing that will actually move the needle. It's habits of proactivity. Like scheduling your most important actions instead of waiting to feel inspired.
And just doing it. Consistently.
Consistency is everything. Showing up with a certain quality of effort, even if it's small, every single day. That's how you turn transformation from this, rare event into a daily routine.
It makes the whole process less intimidating. You're not trying to climb the whole mountain at once.
You're just focusing on taking the next step.
Yeah.
And then the next one. And when you do that, when you really commit to those habits, you start to see what he calls bold movement.
What does that look like in the real world?
It's a holistic shift. Your inner world is structured and directed, so your outer world starts to reflect it. Your relationships get richer because you're showing up as your real self. Your purpose gets clearer because you're actually chasing it.
Your environment starts to mirror your inner growth.
Exactly. You start demanding more from your life, and life starts to deliver. It's a positive feedback loop.
Okay, this is all fantastic in theory. Let's make it actionable for everyone listening. If you want to try this right now, what's the sequence? What are the steps?
It's a simple 4-step process. First, identify. Choose one agenda item in your life.
Yeah.
Your career, your health, a relationship where you know you've been drifting.
Just one.
Just one to start. Second, assess. Be brutally honest. Ask. Am I in passive mode here? What behaviors, what small choices every day prove that I'm drifting?
So delaying, avoiding, taking the easy way out.
All of it. Then third, the most important step, decide. You have to consciously declare, even if it's just to yourself, I will shift into progress mode on this. That's the internal switch we talked about.
And finally, you have to anchor it.
You have to anchor it with action.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Pick one small, concrete, almost ridiculously tiny step you can take today, and then commit to one more tomorrow.
Don't worry about next month. Just today and tomorrow.
Build the habit of taking the first step over and over again.
So, to synthesize all of this, growth starts with an internal decision. That decision is supported by being authentic and vulnerable. It's reinforced by building resilience through struggle. And it's all anchored by consistent daily habits.
That is the complete mechanism for forward movement.
And what's so powerful about this is how it speaks directly to your identity. When you consistently choose to be that active, evolving version of yourself, your life has no choice but to start reflecting that premium reality.
You become it.
Huh.
As you live in progress mode, you become the embodiment of progress.
Which leaves us with one final provocative question for you to think about.
If you know that this choice between intentional growth and passive drifting is available to you in every single moment,
What small, concrete decision will you make today to put your faith in the forward position?
a powerful thought to end on.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the philosophy of progress mode.
It's been a pleasure. And remember, that decision to move from passive to progress, it really is the most powerful tool you have for consciously cultivating your essence.
Absolutely. And if you want more insights into building your identity and living a more conscious life, be sure to follow La Vostra Essenza on Instagram. We're at La Vostra Essenza.
We look forward to diving deep with you again soon.